Alright, this last video isn't so bad, guys. Again, we're going to be looking at the Pythagorean theorem, and this time we're just putting it into a coordinate grid, and so you just have to do some calculations or do some counting in order to figure out the length of some of the sides. And so it says here, approximate the length of the hypotenuse to the nearest tenth using a calculator. Because it's on a coordinate grid, we are going to be able to easily count how many, the length of each of the sides, okay? And so I'm going to use this as, I'm going to use this as my side A, and this is my side B, and of course this always has to be the side C because it's opposite of that right angle that we have. And so I know that my formula is A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So if I'm looking at the length of A, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. So it's going to be 5 squared plus, looking at B, going down 1, 2, 3, 4 units. And that equals my C squared. And I'm not exactly sure what that is yet. I'm going to calculate it now, though. Here we go. 5 squared equals 25. And 4 squared equals 16. 25 plus 16 equals 41. That equals C squared, by the way. 41 equals C squared. And in order to find out what just C is, because that's what I want, I need to take the square root of 41. And remember, I can do this on a calculator. Let me turn my calculator over so that I can find it. Hold on one second. My phone's not cooperating with me right now. It's not giving me a square root function. For some reason, my phone isn't cooperating with the calculator, so I'll just ask Siri. Siri, what's the square root of 41?
The square root of 41 is approximately 6.40312.
All right, 6.4 to the nearest tenth using a calculator, and so it would be 6.4 units. Okay? All right, let me finish this up. Units. There we go. 6.4 units. Okay, going on to the next problem. It says, Francesca wants to find the distance between her house on one side of a lake and the beach on the other side. She marks off a third point forming a right triangle as shown. The distance in the diagram are measured in meters. Okay, so I know that my units are going to be meters. Use the Pythagorean theorem to find a straight line distance from Francesca's house to the beach. Okay, looking at this can be like a little bit overwhelming because you're thinking, oh my goodness, there's no coordinate grid here. Like, we have it, but we have coordinate points, but no coordinate grid. And so if I want to look at the distance, let's call this A and this B, and of course that has to be C because it's opposite of the right angle. And I know that my Pythagorean theorem is A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And so I need to find this length. And so in order to find the length, I know that I am along the x-axis, right? And so I'm going to take my x values and I'm going to subtract them from each other. And it's going to have to be an absolute value because there's going to be no negative numbers here, right? And so 280 minus 10 equals 270. So this whole distance across here is 270. So 270 squared plus, let's find out B. And in this case, let me erase this a little bit for you. I'm looking at my height, and so my x values are going to be the same. So I want to find the difference in the y values. So 164 minus 20 is 144. And so I want to do plus 144 squared equals C squared. It's going to be some pretty big values here. So 270 squared equals 72,900 plus 144 squared equals 20,736 equals c squared. Let me add those two numbers together. 72900. That gives me c squared equals 93,636. Okay, let's find out what the square root of that is. Siri, what's the square root of 93,636?
The square root of 93,636 is 306.
All right, so c equals 306. And it is in meters. All right. All right. The only reason I'm using Siri is because my phone on my calculator wouldn't flip over to the side to give me the option to have a square root there available. And when you're in the normal 4-function calculator, the square root doesn't show up. So C, in this case, equals 306 meters. Okay? All right. Moving on to the next one. Same situation. Go ahead and practice this one. You have an answer key. You can check it on your answer key to make sure that you have it. It looks like you are all set at this point for your map tests and everything that you need for the remainder of the year. It's not so bad, is it? So if you have any questions, feel free to email me. You can also look up any other videos that you would like to use on Khan Academy. You spell it Khan Academy, and they have more videos on there for other things if you would like to get a better look at them. Okay? Have a great weekend, guys. Be nice to your mothers. It's Mother's Day weekend, okay? Bye.